What's going on, guys? You're checking out QGenHQ. My name is Chris, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today's video, we're checking out a very popular emulator. This is the RK2020 Handheld Emulator. This is their latest, most updated version. And honestly, when it comes to emulators, I know there are other companies that make them. I know you can download some on your PC or even build your own these days, but I just never really kind of gave a crap until I kind of came across this. I really saw some other videos on this and I was like, wow, that looks really good. And the price point comes in at $80, which is not too bad. So I said, you know what, let me check it out. And hopefully it lives up to the hype. And we're going to find that out right now. I'm going to break down everything that I like and don't like about this bad boy right here. And then you guys can hopefully make your own decision if this RK2020 is the emulator for you. Does that look good? I hope so. Okay, so as soon as we open up the box, the first thing we're greeted with is the handheld device itself, which I'm going to check out here in a moment. Also included in the box, we have a USB Type-C cable, which is great because that means it's going to charge faster, and they claim you could charge the system completely dead to being fully charged in just about 2 hours, which isn't too bad. And then we have a little grip here to throw onto the joystick for some, I guess, more comfortable play, and obviously, like I said, some extra grip. And then they also do include this little USB device here, which you can plug into your PC. Now, if you notice on the back of this device, you'll see it's a little slot, and that slot will be able to throw in the included SD card that's already in the bottom of the emulator. It's a 32 gigabyte SD card that you can then throw in this device, which you would then plug into your PC, where you would go onto the internets and basically steal a bunch of stuff. Like, I don't want to say that, but you're going to download more emulators and as well as other games and things like that to install onto the device itself. I am not going to show you how to do that in this video. I'm going to just let you know that it's all in the directions that's also included, and it's a super simple process. But for the sake of this video, I'm not going to dabble with that. I'm just going to show you guys what's already pre-installed on this and give you my first opinion, or basically what I think about the whole thing. If you want a full list of the specs, they are right here. Boom. See that nice little list right there? That is the full spec sheet of the actual handheld device itself. Now, also, before we keep going, I'm going to let you guys know right now, there's a couple different options that you guys can choose at checkout when you want to pick one of these up. Now, I opted for the black version here. They also have a purple atomic looking version. If you guys remember that old school N64 purple controller, that like see-through purple, they actually have a version that looks just like that. Maybe I could find a photo and throw it up over here as well. Very cool looking. And if you want to opt in for the more premium version, they do make this in an aluminum finish, which is gonna be a little bit more expensive. And but you know, I mean, if you really are into this handheld device, you might want to buy that more premium finish and you know, have that beefier system in your hand. But I'll tell you right now, the plastic, you know, it doesn't feel super cheesy to me. It's not. It is what I expect it to feel like. Now the price of this, before we continue going on, is $75.99, but they did give me 8% coupon for you guys, which is up here on the screen as well. Just put in that code at checkout, and that should drop the price to around $70 for you guys. I do not know how long that coupon will last for, but they were kind enough to send me that coupon. I also do believe that this is available via Amazon. I will link that down below. Obviously, the coupon won't work there, but you could, you know, choose if you want to get it on the Zon or not. It's really up to you guys, okay? Yes, I call it the Zon. Now let's get on to the actual device itself. So, checking out the device, I'm going to tell you right now, in my hands, it's pretty comfortable. It's not too big. It isn't that small. It kind of fits pretty comfortably, in your hands here. It has your basic layout, your D-pad, your joystick, your select and start, X, Y, B, and A. Up top, we have your normal triggers, which don't really feel super, like, I don't know, they're lighter. They don't really feel too crappy, I should say. We also have a place to turn it on, charge it, throw in your audio jack if you want to put on some headphones. And on the bottom, we have the SD slot, what I believe is a reset button. And then we have a speaker here. One speaker on the entire device. Hopefully that does it justice. I can't see it being the best speaker in the world, but oh, time will tell. Let's go ahead and throw on this system and go through the preloaded stuff that's on here and see how well this thing handles, guys. So obviously, like I said before, it does come with some preloaded emulators on here. We have the Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, which is awesome, the Sega Master System, Mega Drive. We got the N64. and we have the NES system, PC Engine, some ported games here, as well as PSP, PlayStation 1. And we have a bunch of all the games. Actually, we even got the Famicom, which is great here. And all the games should be listed under this section here. Now, if you do download more games to the SD, they will also appear under all games. And you can see if you click this, you could just literally go in all alphabetical order, and they will show you every single game that is preloaded onto the SD card. So let's check out some classics. First up, let's check out Mega Man. Yes, okay, Mega Man. Now, Mega Man, this is one of my all-time favorite games to ever be released. I mean, literally, I know not all of them are as good. Some definitely sucked over others, but nonetheless, the Mega Man franchise is absolutely historical. I mean, how many Mega Man games are there nowadays anyway? Like 29 or 30, I believe? Yeah, that's pretty crazy if you think about it. Honestly, the game itself, it feels really smooth. I figured all of the 2D stuff should run pretty easily on this emulator. But yeah, I mean, while there's no complaints, obviously I suck. As you guys can see, it's been way too long since I've played. Please don't judge me. But the screen looks great, super vibrant. There's no motion blur. This is Mega Man. I am playing Mega Man. This is cool. All right, let's see what else is on this emulator. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. The very first thing that I did before I even turned on the camera, I turned on the emulator and I searched for any preloaded Pokemon games, and they do have one, and it's Pokemon Crystal, a solid Pokemon game. Now, even though I was more of a red and yellow guy myself, but hey, I'll take what I can get, and honestly, if I want to play Pokemon Red and Yellow, I'll just go ahead and download it for free. Yeah, well, the nostalgia here is absolutely amazing. I mean, all the Pokemon games were just so good. I always hated, though, how much they made you talk with the AI. Like, right now, I'm walking around this house. I'm talking to my mom, like, Ma, just let me leave. Just let me leave, Ma. I'll figure it out on my own. Also, I always felt that I should get the bicycle off of the rip. Ain't no one trying to walk around this town. Let me get on my bike and just juke around some of this AI so I can get into these awesome Pokemon battles. All right, let's move on. Let's check out something a little bit more taxing on this emulator. All right, okay, cool. Let's play around with Sonic. Now, I remember playing this game at the arcade. I was always trash at it, and obviously I apparently still am. Okay, I definitely am trash at this game. I need to download Crazy Taxi on this bad boy. Off camera, of course. But yeah, this is looking pretty good. It's a little choppy at some points. It's kind of hard to see some frame drop, but nothing too terrible. Honestly, it's really, really, really good. Yeah, I mean, this game too, like, this is loud. Like, that speaker I haven't showed you guys yet, but I'll go ahead and just here, listen to how loud the music is in Sonic. Listen up. Yeah, so that little speaker, it's got some bang to it. That thing is pretty loud. Definitely recommend plugging in some headphones. But messing around with Sonic, it's not that bad. There are some frame drops here and there the longer I played, but it's nothing that was too concerning. Let's go ahead and finally check out the N64. This is a true test. Let's go ahead and find a good N64 game to test on this emulator. Okay, so an absolute classic, Diddy Kong Racing on the N64. Playing this game back in the day, hours. I mean, hours of my life just given to Diddy Kong Racing. And I loved it. So I'm pretty pumped to play it on this. You can see here, you know, in the intro, there is a little bit of chop. You can even hear it in the music. Listen. Yeah, there's a little bit of chop to that. Nothing too crazy. But overall, I mean, it does have a little stutter here and there. Obviously, I've played this a little bit more off of camera. And even with the Zelda game I played off camera too, it gets a little choppy at times. But nothing is over the top. I mean, for $75, this is a go-to. This emulator does not disappoint. This is the RK2020. And I'm not disappointed with it. I think this is great. Yeah, I think it's awesome. Well, guys and girls, that is my take on the RK2020. To sum it all up, I think for the price point of $75.99, it's definitely worth it. Especially if you guys could utilize that 8% off coupon. That should knock it down to like $70. That coupon's right here. Bang, 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 bang. And hopefully, you guys can save yourself some money if you're interested. Do I think you're going to sit there and game on this thing 24/7? Definitely not. But for a one-time fee of like $70 or $75, because, you know, the games are free. keep that in mind. It's definitely cool. I mean, especially if you give it as a gift to someone, or if you want to, travel, or you throw it in your backpack, you're going to school, you're on the bus, whatever you're doing, you whip this thing out, have a little mindless fun. It's definitely cool. I feel like the biggest selling point on this is the actual IPS little panel they have on here. It's a pretty vibrant screen. It's big enough, and I like it. I mean, I didn't really see any issues. Obviously, there were those little frame drops with the bigger games like Zelda, like I mentioned. But that was to be expected. A lot of the retro 2D stuff is fluid. I mean, Mega Man, amazing. That's what I'm really into it for. Like, yeah, it's cool I can play 64, but personally, I'm really into playing like the old school stuff, like all that retro stuff, man. Mega Man, all the way down to like Donkey Kong. That's cool for me. That's probably what I would use this for. But yeah, and then the option there is to download whatever you want. The world is your oyster, ocean oyster. I don't know. It's the world is your oyster. No, hold on. It's a big place to download a bunch of games. Do that. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys are new here, please consider subscribing. Share the video with a friend. Give it a huge thumbs up. And if you want to continue the conversation a little bit further, I'm in the Discord channel where it grows every day. Come say hi. I will love to have a conversation with you. And that's it. So I love all y'all. Stay safe out there and peace out.